This is about your body. Someone is telling everyone you look like a my beloved child. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A conversation about you has been spreading quietly, and what makes it so surprising is that it is centered around your appearance. Someone recently described the way you look, and their words immediately caught everyone's attention. They said there is something about you that stands out without trying. It is not about being perfect. It is not about following trends. It is about the way your presence naturally attracts attention. Since then, people have started looking at you differently. Some have even said that you carry yourself like someone who knows their worth, even during moments when you may doubt yourself. The strange thing is that this discussion keeps growing, and more people seem to agree every day. An unexpected detail changed everything. The person who started this conversation told others that you look like someone who has overcome more challenges than most people realize. They said your appearance reflects strength, patience, and quiet confidence. Don't skip, because this is where things become interesting. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After hearing those words, others began sharing their own observations. They talked about the way you enter a room, the way people notice you without understanding why, and the way your energy leaves a lasting impression. Even those who rarely pay attention to anyone found themselves remembering small details about you long after seeing you. Now the discussion has reached a completely different level. What started as a simple comment about your appearance has turned into something much bigger. People are beginning to believe that the reason you stand out has very little to do with physical looks alone. They feel there is a deeper quality surrounding you, something difficult to explain but impossible to ignore. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the person who first spoke about you recently revealed one final thought that stunned everyone. They said you look like someone whose story is far from finished and whose biggest transformation is still ahead. The moment those words were spoken, the entire conversation changed, and what happens next may be even more surprising. My beloved child. A new detail has just surfaced, and it explains why this conversation refuses to disappear. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who first spoke about your appearance recently added something that nobody expected. They said the most noticeable thing about you is not your face, your style, or any single feature. It is the feeling people get when they see you. At first, everyone laughed and brushed it off. But then people started thinking about their own experiences. Many realized they felt the same way. Some described a sense of familiarity when looking at you. Others said there is something calm, strong, and unforgettable about your presence. The more they talked, the more they became convinced that there is a reason you leave such a lasting impression. What happened next surprised everyone even more. A few people began sharing moments they had never mentioned before. They remembered seeing you during ordinary situations, yet somehow those moments stayed in their minds longer than expected. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. One person admitted that whenever you seemed focused on something, it inspired them to take their own goals more seriously. Another said your quiet confidence stood out in a world where many people constantly seek attention. The discussion slowly shifted from your appearance to your character. Without realizing it, the people talking about you began revealing what they truly admired. They were not describing what they saw with their eyes. They were describing the effect you had on them. Now the conversation is heading toward a revelation nobody saw coming. Don't skip. Because the same person who started all of this has noticed something else. They believe you are changing. Not in a small way, but in a way that others can already sense before you do. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They say your energy feels different than it did before. Stronger. More certain. More prepared for what lies ahead. And that is why people cannot stop talking. Deep down, they feel they are witnessing the beginning of something important in your life. The strange part is that the biggest reason behind all this attention has still not been revealed, and when it finally comes out, it may leave everyone speechless. My beloved child. Something even more surprising happened after that conversation. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The people discussing you started asking a question they could not answer. Why do so many individuals remember you long after a brief encounter? At first, nobody had a clear explanation. But then someone shared an observation that immediately changed the mood. They said you look like a person who is carrying a purpose bigger than the situation you are currently in. The room grew quiet. Suddenly, the discussion was no longer about appearance. It became about potential. People began realizing that the quality they noticed in you was not something they see every day. It was the feeling that you are moving towards something important, even if the full picture has not appeared yet. As the conversation continued, more stories started coming out. Some people admitted they had underestimated you in the past. Others confessed they never expected you to keep pushing forward through difficult moments. Yet every time they thought you would slow down, you surprised them again. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. One person even said that your greatest strength is not what everyone can see on the outside. It is your ability to keep going when nobody understands what you are carrying inside. Those words hit everyone deeply. For the first time, they began connecting all the pieces together. They realized that the reason your presence stands out is because it reflects resilience, determination, and a quiet strength that many people wish they had themselves. But then came the statement nobody was prepared for. Don't skip. The person who started this entire discussion looked around and said something that instantly changed the atmosphere. They said that 1 year from now, many of the people talking about you today will be shocked by how far you have come. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Nobody argued with them. In fact, the silence that followed spoke louder than any response could. Deep down, everyone felt there might be truth in those words. They are beginning to believe that what makes you memorable is not who you are today, but who you are becoming. And the next revelation about this conversation may be the most powerful one yet. My beloved child, The conversation has now reached a point where people are no longer simply sharing opinions. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They are starting to make predictions. The same people who were once discussing your appearance are now talking about your future. One person said something that immediately captured everyone's attention. They said that you have the kind of presence that becomes stronger with time. While many people fade into the background, they believe you are moving in the opposite direction. Every challenge, every lesson, and every experience seems to be adding something valuable to who you are becoming. The surprising part is that more and more people are beginning to agree with that observation. Then another unexpected story was shared. Someone remembered a moment when you handled a difficult situation without demanding attention or recognition. That memory triggered several others. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. One by one, people started recalling examples of your patience, your persistence, and your ability to keep moving forward. Suddenly, the discussion no longer sounded like people talking about how you look. It sounded like people trying to understand why your presence affects them so deeply. The more examples they shared, the clearer the picture became. They realized that what stands out about you is the combination of strength and humility that many people rarely find in the same person. Now the biggest realization so far is beginning to emerge. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who started all of this finally revealed why they brought up your appearance in the first place. They said your appearance only caught their attention because it reflected something much deeper beneath the surface. According to them, your face, your expression, and the way you carry yourself reveal a person who has been preparing for a major chapter without even knowing it. The room became completely silent after those words. For the first time, nobody wanted to change the subject. Everyone felt that something important was unfolding. And what they are about to discover next could completely transform the way they see you forever. My beloved child. What happened next shocked even the people who had been part of this conversation from the beginning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The discussion suddenly shifted toward a question that nobody could ignore. What if the reason people keep noticing you has nothing to do with coincidence? The moment that question was asked, everyone started reflecting on their own experiences. They remembered how your name seemed to appear unexpectedly in conversations. They remembered moments when your presence stood out without any obvious reason. The more they thought about it, the more they felt there was something unusual happening. It was as if people were recognizing a quality in you before they could fully explain it. That realization created a feeling of curiosity that nobody could shake. As the conversation continued, one person shared an observation that immediately grabbed everyone's attention. They said that whenever people talk about you, the discussion almost always becomes positive, even when it starts for a completely different reason. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Others quickly noticed the same pattern. They realized that conversations about you often end with people talking about your determination, your growth, or the way you handle challenges. It was a surprising discovery. What began as comments about your appearance had slowly transformed into a deeper discussion about your character. Without planning it, people had started revealing what they respected most about you. And once they noticed that pattern, they could not stop seeing it. Now another revelation is beginning to emerge. Don't skip. Because the person who first started this entire conversation has made a prediction that nobody expected. They believe that many of the people who overlook you today will eventually realize they underestimated you. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. According to them, you are still in the middle of a transformation that most people cannot fully see yet. They say your greatest chapter has not arrived, your biggest achievement has not appeared, and your strongest version has not been revealed. Those words left everyone thinking. For the first time, people stopped focusing on who you have been and started wondering who you are about to become. And the answer to that question may be closer than anyone realizes. My beloved child. A powerful shift is happening in this conversation now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The people talking about you are no longer focused on first impressions. They are focused on patterns. One person pointed out that every time they hear a story about you, it seems to end the same way. No matter how difficult the situation begins, you somehow find a way to keep moving forward. That observation immediately caught everyone's attention. The more examples people shared, the clearer the pattern became. They realized that what makes you memorable is not perfection. It is persistence. While others give up when things become difficult, you continue taking steps forward, even when nobody notices. That realization changed the entire tone of the discussion. Then another unexpected detail surfaced. Someone said that your appearance carries a message most people miss at first glance. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They explained that when people first meet you, they see one version of you. But over time, they discover something much deeper. They discover resilience. They discover maturity. They discover strength hidden beneath the surface. Several people immediately agreed. They admitted that their opinion of you became stronger the longer they knew you. Instead of becoming less impressed over time, they became more impressed. That is not something that happens often. Usually, people reveal less than expected. Yet according to this conversation, you reveal more than people ever imagined. Now the atmosphere around this discussion is becoming impossible to ignore. Don't skip. Because the latest realization may be the most important one yet. The person who started this entire conversation believes you are standing closer to a breakthrough than you realize. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They said that people can sense change before it becomes visible. They believe the reason so many individuals are noticing you lately is because your energy is shifting towards something bigger. Whether they can explain it or not, they feel it. And that feeling is causing more people to pay attention than ever before. What began as a simple observation about your appearance has now become a conversation about your future. And the next revelation may finally explain why all of this started in the first place. My beloved child. The deeper this conversation goes, the more surprising it becomes. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The people discussing you have started noticing something they cannot ignore anymore. Whenever your name comes up, the focus quickly moves away from appearances and toward impact. Someone recently said that you have a rare ability to leave an impression without demanding attention. Those words stayed in everyone's mind. They began thinking about how many people spend years trying to be remembered, yet somehow you manage to remain in people's thoughts through simple moments and ordinary interactions. The more they talked about it, the more convinced they became that there is something unique about the energy you bring wherever you go. A surprising confession was then shared. One person admitted that they once underestimated you completely. They believed they had already figured you out. But over time, they realized they were wrong. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They explained that every time they thought they understood your limits, you showed another side of yourself. Another layer of growth. Another reason to be respected. That confession encouraged others to speak honestly as well. Several people admitted they had similar experiences. They all reached the same conclusion: there is far more to you than what appears on the surface. What they first noticed with their eyes was only a small part of the story. The real reason they remember you comes from qualities that cannot be measured or easily explained. Now the conversation is approaching a turning point. Don't skip. Because one final observation has everyone thinking deeply. The person who started this discussion said that the most powerful thing about you is not who you were yesterday, it is who you are becoming right now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They believe that many of the changes happening in your life are preparing you for a chapter that will surprise even the people closest to you. The room fell silent when those words were spoken. Nobody rushed to disagree. Instead, they reflected on everything they had discussed so far. For the first time, people stopped asking why you stand out and started asking what might happen when you fully step into your potential. And the answer to that question is closer than anyone realizes. My beloved child, everything has been leading to this moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The people who have been talking about you finally reached a conclusion that nobody expected when this conversation first began. What started as a discussion about your appearance has completely transformed into something else. They realized that the reason you attract attention is not because of any single feature. It is because your presence tells a story before you even speak. One person said that you look like someone who has been through challenges, learned valuable lessons, and refused to let difficult moments define your future. The surprising part is that everyone agreed. For the first time, there were no arguments, no doubts, and no different opinions. The room was united by one realization: there is much more to you than meets the eye. Then came the revelation that brought everything together. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who started this entire discussion finally explained what they meant from the very beginning. They said people were never truly talking about your body or your appearance. Those things simply caught their attention first. What kept the conversation alive was the strength, growth, and determination they sensed behind it. They believed that your appearance reflects someone who is constantly evolving, constantly learning, and constantly moving towards something greater. The moment those words were spoken, many people suddenly understood why they had been unable to stop thinking about you. It was not admiration for how you looked. It was admiration for what you represented. Now the conversation has reached its final and most powerful message. Don't skip. Because this may be the most important thing anyone said about you. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The people discussing you believe that your story is still being written. They believe your biggest achievements are still ahead, your strongest chapter has not yet arrived, and your greatest transformation is closer than you think. What began as a simple comment became a powerful realization that changed the way people see you forever. And whether you realize it today or not, the same qualities that made others stop and pay attention may soon open doors, create opportunities, and lead you toward a future far bigger than anyone currently imagines. The conversation may be ending, but the story they see in you is only beginning.